Rheumatoid arthritis, or RA as it is popularly known, is estimated to affect approximately 0.24 to 1% of the Indian population and to be twice as common in women compared with men. It affects more than 180 million people in India. The prevalence is higher than many well known diseases such as diabetes, AIDS, and cancer. Around 14% of the Indian population seeks a doctor's help every year for this joint disease. I'm your host, Smita Kumar, and you're watching MediCircle. We are doing a series on rheumatoid arthritis. We are speaking to a lot of eminent doctors who would be helping us with the reasons, treatments, and a lot of other things which common people need to know about it. Today, our guest for the show is Dr. Rachit Gulati. Dr. Rachit is a senior resident, AIMS Bhopal, has special interest in musculoskeletal ultrasound, interventional physiatrist, pain management, and rheumatology. He previously started and headed Department of PMR in Jalpaiguri, Super Specialty Hospital. Hi, Dr. Rachit. Welcome to MediCircle.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Good evening. Good evening.
To know more about this disease, we are having curated some questions and we would be asking them. Like to begin with, what are the signs and symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis and when to visit a doctor in case one identifies any symptom?
Look, rheumatoid arthritis is basically nothing but a chronic, multisystemic, autoimmune, inflammatory kind of a disease, which, as you rightly mentioned earlier, it affects younger population in 20s and 30s and is twice more common in women as compared to men. By the term autoimmune, I mean that the body's immune system or a self-defense system starts acting against one's joints and rarely other body organs as well.
Okay.
Most common clinical features, if you ask me about RA, is pain. Pain, which can be accompanied with swelling, decreased range of motion, palpable warmth, etc. In principally joints of hand, we talk about proximal interphalangeal joints, metacarpophalangeal joints, wrist, elbow, shoulders, knees. And this pain is very much associated with significant early morning stiffness or an early morning decrease in range of motion, which lasts for more than 60 to 90 minutes. So very commonly patient comes to us and says in the Indian scenario that I'm unable to grasp small objects in the morning or unable to hold the tea cup, which is very much a norm in the country to have tea in the morning. So
Yes.
the patient is unable to do that, which is much more problematic functionally for women who are habituated to making tea for
Okay.
people in the house as well.
Okay.
So that is a very common feature. Rarely, in about 15 to 20% cases, the disease can manifest itself or may be associated with problems in kidneys, eyes, skin, etc., which is much more problematic, and prognosis is worse in those patients. Regarding doctor's visit, which you asked me when to visit a doctor, simple question, simple answer. As soon as possible. Look, studies have indicated the early suppression of inflammation may prevent joint damage and may allay a lot of deformities and disabilities in patients. So it is very important to come and see your doctor. Doctor is going to diagnose you clinically or radiologically or pathologically through various battery of blood tests. And if you are diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, then the appropriate medications are going to be provided to you, and that can help you fight the disease quickly, and early suppression can lead to much better results than if you leave it late, which may lead to a lot of deformities and disabilities and worse prognosis.
Doctor, my second question would be like, do dietary changes help in easing out the effects of the rheumatoid arthritis?
Well, that's a very relevant question and a very good question to ask. I tell you why. Most of the research these days are centered around non-pharmacological aspects of rheumatoid arthritis. What causes rheumatoid arthritis and what are the non-pharmacological treatments of rheumatoid arthritis? And dietary part of it is one of the biggest areas of research right now.
Okay.
Well, I won't be pessimistic, but I'll be brutally honest with you. Diet won't cure your rheumatoid arthritis, nor there is any demonstrable link between diet, problematic diet leading to rheumatoid arthritis or a good diet curing rheumatoid arthritis. So there is no demonstrable link. But since rheumatoid arthritis is an inflammatory disease, as I previously mentioned, there are certain kinds of food which helps in fighting inflammation. When you talk about fish like salmon and tuna, they are rich in omega 3 fatty acids. So they are very good when it comes to fighting inflammation.
Okay.
Rheumatoid arthritis is very much linked to depletion of calcium. It causes depletion of calcium. And especially considering Indian scenario and Indian population, it leads to depletion of calcium much more quickly because India is one of the world's capital in osteoporosis also. So then dairy foods like milk, butter, ghee, etc. It helps it helps a lot in improving the calcium stores in the body. Then you talk about Mediterranean diet, which is researched nowadays, which
Yes.
principally has olive oils and grains.
Yes.
That is very good as far as rheumatoid arthritis is concerned. Then beans, nuts, they are good in fibers. Fibers always are good when it comes to dietary aspect. Vitamin C, a lot of research is centered around vitamin C these days, considering COVID. Vitamin C and zinc are one of the diet you should take to improve your immunity and prevent COVID. That is also very good in rheumatoid arthritis. Now, the negative part, some things which you should avoid if you have rheumatoid. The biggest problem is in India is smoking and tobacco intake. That smoking and tobacco intake is a strict no in rheumatoid arthritis patient. Processed foods, red meat, the high calorie foods,
Okay.
strictly no in rheumatoid arthritis patients. So these are the major dietary aspects. When it comes to alcohol, another rampant problem in the country, research indicates alcohol is protective and is good in rheumatoid arthritis. But
Oh,
that alcohol principally is wine, not that country liquor which is very much taken in the country. So that your viewers and public as a whole should be aware. These are the major dietary things that you should know when it comes to rheumatoid arthritis prevention and rheumatoid arthritis intake, dietary intake in rheumatoid arthritis. Yeah.
Dr. Gulati, there is a myth stating that there isn't any treatment for rheumatoid arthritis. So people just have to live with it, and it can, I mean, as it cannot be treated. So is it true, or can rheumatoid arthritis be permanently cured and the patients can live without it and completely get free from rheumatoid arthritis?
Well, a lot of patients do ask us about it. Can my rheumatoid arthritis be treated? Well, for this, you should particularly understand the etiopathogenesis or how rheumatoid arthritis happens to a person. What causes rheumatoid arthritis? There is a definite genetic predisposition. That is why rheumatoid arthritis runs in families.
Okay.
But genetic predisposition coupled with certain environmental factors leads to flare up of immune system, which causes rheumatoid arthritis. So, yeah, I'll be I'll speak a negative thing, but yes, rheumatoid arthritis, if it happens, cannot be cured. But there is a disclaimer in it. The spontaneous remission of rheumatoid arthritis is very rare. But if it is diagnosed early, first 3 months, that provide us something called a window of opportunity. That window of opportunity is a time where if it is diagnosed correctly and given an appropriate treatment with an approach of target to treat, then the rheumatoid arthritis can be reversed, patient can get into a remission, and if not, god forbid, patient doesn't get into remission, it will be to such a low disease activity that once weekly drug is enough for the patient to survive. It will not have any effect on the life expectancy of the patient, and it will not have any functional effect on the patient. Look, when we treat the patient, it's not about the disease, it's the functional problems associated with the disease which we are much more concerned about than the disease as a whole. So then if we bring it down to such a level that disease stops creating any problem functionally to the patient, our target is more or less fulfilled. So early detection and target to treatment or management is the key in reducing rheumatoid arthritis and fighting it to such a limit that it doesn't create a problem functionally. But rheumatoid arthritis can be cured, maybe in few rare cases. Spontaneous remission, if you don't go for the treatment, that's very, very, very rare.
Okay. Dr. Gulati, rheumatoid arthritis is a disease that is not at all uncommon and has
Of course.
estimated to have a prevalence about 1% of the population in India. So that's a huge number. So do you think
Of
early
course, of
detection
course.
can lower the count?
Well, as I previously mentioned, early detection by clinical, laboratory, or radiological aspect is and target to treatment is obviously a very good way, in a very positive way, to decrease the incidence, prevalence, and the effect of rheumatoid arthritis on a patient. And this paradigm shift is very much palpable in the country as well. If you talk to my seniors or the gurus from whom we are taught rheumatology, there was a certain nihilistic attitude towards rheumatoid arthritis, that yes, patient has rheumatoid arthritis, we cannot do much about it. Patient has already come with deformities and disabilities, so we cannot do much about it except to just rehabilitate the patient or save the patient to a limit that it doesn't create more problems in the future. But now the rheumatoid arthritis related scenario is very much optimistic, courtesy good quality diagnosis,
Yes.
good quality treatment. Biologics or disease modified anti rheumatic drugs have changed the game, and they are very much they are not at all that expensive though, so they are not heavy on the pocket as well. When you talk about diagnosis, there are very good diagnostic modalities nowadays. Power Doppler ultrasonography is one of the diagnostic modalities which I want to discuss about. That Power Doppler ultrasonography detects synovitis or a inflammation of the synovium in rheumatoid arthritis very early. And as you know, ultrasonography is even in the community health centers and primary health centers in the country.
Yes.
Rheumatology is taught to interns very well nowadays in the curriculum. Then you talk about the disease activity measurements like DAS28, SDAI, CDAI. They are very complex calculations, but today they are available in form of apps on Android and iStore. So even a doctor who is sitting in a sub center or a primary health center has that armamentarium to properly diagnose rheumatoid arthritis, stamp rheumatoid arthritis, and then even manage rheumatoid arthritis if he or she can. If he or she cannot have, at least send the patient to a rheumatologist or an expert so that early rheumatoid arthritis can be cured. Secondly, I would like to mention about American College of Rheumatology and European Union of League Against Rheumatism criteria, ACR EULAR criteria 2010 of rheumatoid arthritis. That criteria has been designed in a way that we stamp rheumatoid arthritis to a large subset of population. That means we are detecting rheumatoid arthritis early nowadays, and we are using a multidisciplinary, multi-pronged approach to treat rheumatoid arthritis. And as you rightly mentioned, the incidence is huge. The population that is affected by rheumatoid arthritis is huge. 1% of the total population in the country, as you know, is a very, very big number. So the
Yes.
challenge is huge. And that is why nowadays Medical Council of India or the National Medical Commission nowadays has focused on producing more and more rheumatologists and experts who can deal with rheumatoid arthritis situation in the country. So the situation is changing very rapidly, and this paradigm shift is very much towards the positive direction as far as the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis is concerned.
Thank you so much, Dr. for joining us for this talk show today on rheumatoid arthritis. I
My
think
pleasure.
we have shared very vital information with our viewers today. I'm
Yes,
sure our viewers would be much more educated and aware about the disease now as we are celebrating Rheumatoid Arthritis Awareness Day series on the
of
2nd
course.
of Feb. So, to know more about the causes, treatments, and myths related to it, do check our videos on rheumatoid arthritis on YouTube by subscribing to our channel MediCircle, and for such similar information on all different kinds of medical issues and diseases. Thank you once again, Dr. Rachit, for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.